Hi and welcome to the video. I'm Dame and this is Dame Over, and in today's video we are having a look at the new gun from the Weapons Crate update, the Annihilator Trench. I'll be giving you guys a quick lowdown of the stats, some tips and tricks, and my own opinion on the latest addition to the arsenal for the Assault class. So if you find this video useful or entertaining, make sure you hit that like button before you go, and if you want to keep up to date with everything else that came with the Weapons Crate update, then hit the subscribe button too, as I'll be releasing videos on all of the new content in the very near future. So let's kick things off with the stats and how it stacks up against some of the other SMGs. The stats I'm showing you are from Battlefield 1 itself, as Synthic.com, where I usually get my data from, hasn't been updated with the stats for the Weapons Crate update yet, and sometimes DICE can be just a little bit inaccurate with their in-game information, so all of this could change a little bit in the future. So the fire rate sits at 830 rounds per minute, which is 70 rounds slower than the Automatico, and like all SMGs, it's a 4-shot kill up to 12 meters. The damage drop-off sits just below that of the MP18 and the SMG 08, so the Annihilator hits its lowest damage at around 35 meters, and it's also got a 20 round mag. Since it's a trench variant, it also has very strong hip fire stats. One thing in particular that's very important is the damage. It has the same damage stats as the Ribeye Rollers, making it the highest damage trench variant SMG according to the in-game statistics, which means it's got a potential to kill in less shots on already injured opponents than some of its competitors. Being a trench variant means that hip firing is what it's best at, and that's absolutely what you should stick to when you can. As you can see in these clips, treating it much like the MP18 or the Automatico trench in close quarters means you'll land a lot of shots very easily. The time to kill is incredibly fast with this gun, so it's hard to deal with unless you can react quickly and land a blast from a shotgun. And I mentioned the MP18 and the Automatico trench because the Annihilator seems to fit right in the middle of these two. The Annihilator is very capable in close quarters, and with a quick reload time you can cause some real trouble for the other team. Even when your opponents are outside of SMG range, the best way to deal with them then is to burst fire. I've found making sure I'm firing in only 2-round bursts was the best way to deal with opponents from distance. Making sure you allow the SMG to drop to its starting position again before the next burst is very important to keep your accuracy up, and it is actually surprisingly quick. Once you get used to firing with those 2-round bursts, you've got a whole host of other opportunities open to you on the battlefield. But in close quarters, the Automatico hands down beats the MP18, and I feel like the Annihilator Trench does a very similar thing. It's not quite as efficient as the Automatico, but it still has the potential to be incredibly lethal. I found it quite easy to get carried away when I pushed into close quarters and use all of my ammo in one go, but as soon as you get used to the time to kill with this weapon, you can take on several opponents without having to stop for a reload. In a one-on-one fight, it is very difficult to beat, so that's what you should try and stick to. Obviously getting flanks on people is very important as well, but making sure you've got time to reload if you have to use all of your rounds is very important to being successful with this weapon. The footage you're seeing is from Team Deathmatch, and I found the Annihilator Trench to work really well in this one of the smaller game types. I'm not quite sure how it would work in Conquest or in something like Rush or even Operations, as being in close quarters is very important, and being able to close the distances in those sorts of game modes is very difficult, and that's where this one would absolutely fall down, much like with the Machining Pistola. But if you do like to play these smaller game types, or if you're very adept at getting into those close quarter situations in Conquest, then the Annihilator Trench should suit you very well. All in all, it's not actually that difficult to use. The skill ceiling is quite low with the Annihilator Trench, so I wouldn't be surprised if I saw it becoming very popular pretty soon. But there are other weapons that have been brought into the game with the Weapons Crate update that could be very close competitors with this one. But that's just what I think. What do you guys make of the Annihilator Trench? Have you got a favourite weapon that's come out of the Weapons Crate update? Make sure you let me know down in the comments below. And a quick thank you to those of you guys who are choosing to support the channel through Patreon because you want to see it keep running. It's because of you guys that I'm able to put content out as often as I do, so thank you. And if you want to become a patron yourself, I've left a link to the Patreon page in the description, and I'll put one in the pinned comment as well, where if you'd like to, you can support the channel from as little as $1 a month. So if you had a good time, make sure you hit that like button. If you're new around here, hit the subscribe button too. If you haven't already, make sure you hit the bell button so you get guaranteed notifications of any new posts I make. Feel free to share this video with whoever and wherever you like. And until next time, that's Dame Over. Peace.